Now that we've added the student's information, we are going to go ahead and complete the parent section. Just like I did for Jenny, I have gone ahead and added her mother's information already, but we'll go through each section together again. Please include a legal last name, legal first name, and UCI number. Again, if you have any questions, please click on the question mark to open up that additional tab so that you have a reference in terms of where to look for that number. We can close that now. Again, no hyphens and no spaces, okay? So the numbers should all be together. Please enter gender information, birth date. Again, please start off with the year, then the month, and then the date. Please add an email address. We need this email address to be accurate, as this is how our registrar team will reach out to you. So please make sure that you are entering it correctly. Please also ensure that the cursor ends right where your email address ends. So making sure that there are no spaces left there. That also helps to ensure that it is recorded accurately when your application is submitted. Okay, so that's good here. And then please also add a phone number. You can include hyphens in the phone number if you would like. We also need to know your relation to the student. This is a drop-down menu. Please select whichever one is applicable. And who has legal custody. Please select whichever one is applicable. In this section, know that you can select to copy the address over from the first student, which is what I did, and it'll automatically fill out this section, so you don't have to worry about completing that section again. Please indicate if you are living with the student, if you can be an emergency contact, if you speak English and are willing to volunteer. We also need to know your country of birth and citizenship. Again, these are drop-down menus. Please indicate whichever one or select whichever one is applicable. Please also add your date of arrival in Canada, again starting with the year, the month, and then the date, and your status in Canada. There are 4 options here. Then immigration category is also needed. We highly encourage you to please add that information. In this case, Jenny's mom is also an international student, so I've selected that for her. And she also speaks Spanish at home. Now, we do need the second parent's information. Please note that we will not consider your application complete unless you include a second parent on the application. Even if you and the second parent are not together or not living together or living in different countries, we still need to know the second parent's information. So please add as much of their information as possible and also complete all the mandatory fields. So I've already done that for Jenny. And again, just like I showed you in terms of adding an additional student, you have that option in the parent section, and that is how I had the opportunity to add this section here. So that will always appear at the end of that parent section or student section. So all you need to do is click on the plus sign, okay, and that section will appear. If you don't need that third parent, you can remove that parent. Or we can remove the second parent that I've already added, but I've already included their information, so we won't do that. Okay? But to add an additional one, you just click on the plus sign and you're good to go. So remove that parent and we'll review the second parent's information. I've entered in their first and last name, their UCI number, again with no spaces and no hyphens, their gender, birth date, email, again with no space at the end. Okay? Phone number, mobile phone number or cell number, their relationship to the student, father, and will indicate that he also has custody. I copied over the address from the first student. For some reason that disappeared, but I've added that in already. So same here, same information. This parent is living with the student, but if in your case the second parent is not, all you need to do is select no. But we'll click that. We'll click or select yes. In this case, they can be an emergency contact, they do speak English, and they are willing to volunteer. They are also from Mexico, so we've selected that already. And we've selected the date of arrival. Again, please start off with the year, the month, and then the date. Their status in Canada, temporary resident, and in the father's case, he is a temporary foreign worker, so I've selected that from the immigration category section, and he also speaks Spanish. Once again, I'm just going to repeat this because it is very important. We do need that second parent entered with the application, so before you submit anything, make sure that you have the student's information, the parent's information, parent 1, and parent 2, okay? Because that will be needed. Even if you're not together, please include it. All right, so we'll move on to the emergency section. I've added in an emergency contact here. Legal last name, first name, relationship, address, whether or not they speak English, phone number, home number, and cell phone number, all needed. If you have someone that you would like to include as an emergency contact that lives outside of Canada or outside of British Columbia, you can do so in this section. If you have any additional questions at this time, please again feel free to reach out to our MCLW or Swiss team members, as they are always happy to answer those questions for you. Thanks so much for watching, and in the next video, we'll go through how to upload those documents that you will need in order to complete your application and successfully submit it. So please stay tuned for that video. Thanks so much.